Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your reading for the full moon in Cancer and lunar eclipse of January 2020. Thank you so much for joining me. If this is your first time to the channel, I'm so glad to have you visit. If you are returning, thank you and welcome back. First, a few quick notes to get through before we get started with the session. This is a general reading, so it will not resonate with every single Gemini out there. If the messages make sense to you and they resonate with you, those are meant for you. And if they do not, kick them on out to another Gemini that they are meant for. This will mostly correspond to Gemini Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Gemini cross-watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you are looking for information regarding a personal reading or the decks that I use in my readings, those are all down below in the description box. And if you have not yet done so, please, I do invite you to reach out there, click that subscribe button and join the Dragon family. And also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know that you enjoy this content. So Gemini, let's get into it. Oh my goodness, so much is going on with this lunar eclipse. All my Geminis have really been going through such a transcendence and deep inner working of their psyche and their soul. Lots of transformations, lots of regenerations going on with all my Geminis out there. I'm going to give you a quick look at this because this is the chart that is for the full moon lunar eclipse. There is the moon down there in Cancer, and it is, so let's make that camera to, there we go, I think it's clear now. So check it out as it's opposing all of those planets. We've got Saturn, Pluto, the Sun, and I believe Mercury, yes, as well, all moving through Capricorn at the moment. So yeah, and Jupiter. But yeah, those guys are all together. We got 5 planets moving in Capricorn. So Gemini, that's a heavy one for you because all that Capricorn energy is hitting that 8th house for you universally. That is the Scorpio house. And that is why so much of that deep inner work of the soul is getting done. The Cancer full moon will be highlighting your 2nd house. And so that is the Taurus house. This is all about, you know, your values, what matters the most to you, how you stay grounded. You know, on the more tertiary level, it's about money, it's about material resources, it's about how we handle those things. So there's a lot going on that's coming to the surface around that. Cancer is a very nostalgic, sentimental, very beautifully emotional sign. So it's like a lot of things are coming up very high to the surface this month. I know that a lot of people are already really feeling that emotion and have been for a while because we've had so many lunar eclipses and so much of this pattern. I will also point out that this particular lunar eclipse does bookend the Capricorn lunar eclipse that we had in July. That would have been July 16th, 2019. Because, you know, it's the opposite sign. It's Cancer, Capricorn, Capricorn, Cancer. So this will absolutely bring up some things for many people as a culmination of things that were happening last July. So think about what was going on in July of 2019 for you, Gemini. That can give you a lot of like real life, you know, clues as to what might be being released or healed or brought to a more fulfilling conclusion. So those are just a few points of advice on the planetary motions that are coming up for you. So let's go ahead and dig into your cards. I'm going to be doing the Moonology deck along with another lunar deck, Queen of the Moon, and we're also going to get into some tarot in a past, present, and future style layout. All right, so let's get going. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising sign of Gemini as we do their full moon lunar eclipse reading for 2020 for the full moon and lunar eclipse action going on in Cancer. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session, and please bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Ooh, Gemini, I'm feeling a lot of power already. Like, as I start shuffling and, woo, it's like I can feel I can actually feel what a lot of you guys are feeling. It's like there is so much that's coming up to the surface for you guys right now. Amazing. And the cards are really reflecting it as well. Oh, wow. So let's look at this. So immediate past. And I would say that this could reflect the last 30 days since our last full moon, and also our last 6 months since that book ended lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Look at that. Emotions are running high with the supermoon. The supermoon always brings those emotions way up to the surface, so we're really, really feeling them quite a bit. Let's pull some more from the Queen of the Moon, just to emphasize and highlight these. Going to get some modification, clarification on the Moonology cards we've put down. Past, present, future for Gemini, please, Spirit. Yeah, you guys, wow, you've got some stuff coming up. All right, so on top of that, emotions are running high. We have that last quarter moon, which is gratitude. So Gemini, there is something from this past, you know, that you are really grateful that either happened, something that you're grateful you've gotten through, something you're grateful for that cycle. I think that, you know, as your emotions were running very high, a lot of Geminis out there most likely really put their feelings out there and used their communication skills, which, you know, you have excellent communication, to put those feelings out there, you know, and let it be known. And it is that last quarter moon. So to me, that is all about that last, you know, cycle, that last feeling of release. Lunar eclipse energies always bring up a feeling of release. You know, it's the solar energies to me bring in, it's like the yin versus the yang, and you know, the solar is that more masculine, so it's like we're bringing things in, whereas the lunar is the feminine, you know, letting things go with a lot of grace. So let's pull some tarot. I'm just going to pull from the spirit deck and see what comes up on top of these. I just feel a very strong rush of energy coming through with this one. Like, I can really feel this. Like, it's kind of in my heart, in my solar plexus. Oh my goodness. So Gemini, on top of that past energy, we have the Fool card, the Traveler, adventure, potential, new beginnings, you know, a new kind of restored innocence and excitement about, you know, where life will lead. So for a lot of my Geminis out there, you know, you've been doing a lot of releasing work, a lot of healing work, a lot of things that have been coming up to the surface and have been very close to your heart are really coming full circle. But I feel for you guys, and of course this is general, so it won't be everybody, but there are a lot of Geminis. Y'all have done some hard work. You've been through some really big stuff, some super, super emotional encounters and situations. So it's like you're coming full circle and saying, oh, I'm so glad I got through that. I'm ready to go to the next level here. My goodness. Ooh, and look at that, Andromeda, 9 of Cups coming up on top of that. So yes, there is that wish fulfillment. There is that feeling that you've accomplished or come full circle with something here in the immediate past. So yeah, very beautifully, spiritually transformative. Going into our present column here now, Gemini, let's look at this one. Very strong, front and center, full moon energy, surrender to the divine. So this energy just doesn't stop. The full moons are really strong for you. And this one in particular, again, Gemini, is very strong for you. So this is, you know, to me, again, like I said, those lunar eclipse patterns, it's that surrender, it's that release. And here we go. There's gratitude right on top of it. So it's like, you know, you have a lot of, you know, gratitude, a lot of fruition. There's that harvest moon energy, everything kind of coming full circle. I think for a lot of my Geminis, this Cancer full moon lunar eclipse is going to bring a lot of things into kind of like you're just having those aha moments all over the place going, oh yeah, it all is falling into place. I get it now. I understand some of these things that were so confusing. I couldn't figure out what in the world or why in the world those were happening, and suddenly there it is. Okay, so this harvest moon energy also to me coordinates very much with Saturn, not Saturn, I'm sorry, September and October time of the year. So this could also say that Gemini, the things that are happening for you right now in this Cancer full moon in January could have a really strong impact or culmination coming up in that early autumn. So just something to put out there to pay attention to. And then on top of this, in the present, there is the Sun card coming out on top of it. So you've got the moon and here comes the sun. Vitality and joy. The sun is the number 19, and I love that because it's a 1 and a 9, the beginning and the completion. So Gemini, whenever the sun comes out, that's a very, very positive blessing. To me, in any reading, it is the most positive of the tarot. So you also have that beautiful hummingbird imagery. Hummingbirds love the sunshine, they love the warmth, and you know, to me, that's joy, that's love, that's, you know, beauty coming through for you. So very positive messages coming through with this Cancer full moon. My goodness. And look at that, 9 of Pentacles, and this is very strong Virgo energy here, very strong Libra, because there's that Venus quality to this card as well. So actually around Libra time, Gemini, which would be a very harmonious time for you, that's getting into late September and most of October. It could be a very, very strong time as you come full circle from the energy that this Cancer full moon is bringing forth. So now let's look at your potential future column. First, we have the new moon energy in Aquarius. So to me, this could say that, you know, the Aquarius new moon, which is actually just next month in February, that could be a really important time for you coming up. Also, this is saying it's a time to bring more love, more compassion, more empathy into your future dealings and situations. Then we have this flower moon of blossoming, which is also a beautiful energy. The flower moon is the full moon that happens during the month of May. So this month of May could also be very strong for you. Right now, that Cancer energy is highlighting your Taurus house. This is the Taurus, you know, month card. So that time of like late April, getting into the time of May could also prove to be a very powerful time coming up for you in the near future as well. On top of that, we have the 5 of Shells, which is the 5 of Cups. To me, this is hope, this is readjustment, but it's also dealing with some disappointments, Gemini. So, you know, this could be a thing where, you know, either something that's kind of emotionally challenging comes up in this future. You may have to do some readjustment, but always remember that with that 5 of Cups, you know, not all is lost. We have that firefly, which lights the, you know, the brightness into the darkness. So it's really about, you know, some things have to be released. Let's get a clarifier on this. But that could be some things that have to be let go of as well, because you're going to be moving into some powerful new manifestations for your life as you're going through. Absolutely. Yeah, but look at what's coming for it. Ace of Pentacles. So Gemini, I feel that whatever it is that you're emotionally releasing here in the future, the universe has a big plan for you ahead. The Ace of Pentacles is beautiful. It's a positive manifestation. It's a very, very, you know, abundant sort of a blessing coming in with that earth energy. And don't forget that right now you're in that 9 of Pentacles, which is also a very stable earth energy. A lot of water, a lot of earth coming in here, which is very emotional and also very emotionally grounding. So let's pull you a card of advice from the Hero's Journey deck. You know what's funny? Aries had this card too. A splendid torch blaze brightly. You know, there's that warmth, there's that fire. It's like this is you really coming out in a very positive way, Gemini, and it's also to me saying, you know, don't dim your light just to please others, or, you know, just to make them comfortable, because, you know, the wrong people are going to be very uncomfortable with you being powerful and being bright and speaking up for yourself and being in that positive alignment and energy. You know, and those folks, they can just fall away. And that actually, this card really tells me even more about what that Five of Cups is meaning for you, because look at that firefly and look at the fire here. To me, this says that in the future, Gemini, as you embrace more of your positive nature, more of your power, which you're super stepping into right now, oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of people that will be uncomfortable with that, because they will sense that power and that magnetism that you have. And, you know, they may just fall away, and it might make you a little sad, Gemini, but let them go. Let them go, because whatever you release, whatever moves out of your life, Spirit will fill that. Spirit will bring more in. And look at this on the underside. The card on the bottom of the deck is number 1, the call. Honor the whisper of your soul. So, you know, you're honoring your soul right now, Gemini, and it's not time to, you know, downplay yourself. It's time to shine. It's time to be powerful. So those are your messages for the Cancer full moon. I hope you have a wonderful month, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.